Yesterday and today I've allowed myself to dream more, which is the worst thing you can do on a awakening journey, to dream more. Not really, but in a way. But sometimes it's authentic to allow these inspirations, these desires to come up. And if it feels aligned, if it makes sense, align your life after them. Right now, what I see ahead of me is USA, which is the worst thing I can say. I mean, anywhere in Europe, almost, but I think actually in large parts of the world also, but even in the US, I guess, because it now has this image, a certain image of something that is out of fashion. And I understand that this USA is the symbol for egoic quest, egoic pursuits. But that's what I want, or that pops up right now. I feel I miss that place, and I think that's the place where the biggest conversations are. It's still the epicenter of the world. There's so many good conversations going on. Mostly obviously in English. Most internationally viewed conversations, listened to conversations are going on the international stage, and there's, of course, going on in English. So it's a good idea in that way to be in the US, in either California, where I used to be. I miss that place also. Or I consider going to Austin, Texas, because it's both a mecca for podcasts and comedy and spirituality and people doing inner work. Some people think that sounds self-indulgent, and I understand why. Because it can seem like, yeah, you're working on yourself, right? I don't really like the phrase. I'm just tired of it. The phrase "become the best version of yourself." I'm actually more fan of a phrase called "embrace the worst parts of yourself just as much." Maybe they're equal in importance. But also, even more fan of deconstruct all versions of yourself. Don't eliminate them necessarily, but see through them. Deconstruct. Okay, let's just look behind all these parts. And then we find the infinite, eternal self. When I say infinite, it becomes really big. And I don't want you to get images of, you know, staying in some heaven or hell or different realms, forever. And I just mean what's right now, what's always been right now. That absolute emptiness behind all things, which is also the self, the true self, which has always been here. Yes, that's what I want to find, or I have found it many times, and I am finding it, and it's finding me, and I'm dissolving into it. Everything's dissolving into it. The universe is eating itself. Anyway, yeah, so I want to go to the States. I feel a desire to go to the States. And how can I do that? How can I do that? That's the question. I have a job. I don't have to keep having that job. I can also take breaks from that job. It's just 2 times a week anyway. It's not that highly paid, although I'm thankful that I have it, and it's very nice. It's very relaxed also. I have a lot of free time actually during the job, but there's something higher calling. Something higher is calling, and that's the inspiration to express my true self and my ideas, although they're just ideas, but pointing to something that is true and real, and something that can impact the world in a positive way and reduce suffering and increase love, spread love. Not in this lovey-dovey way, maybe, in my own way, which includes some of that, but includes mostly to see through delusion and illusions. What's really true? What's really true now? How are we deluding ourselves now in this moment? It's a meditative communication. But I also like to talk about anything. I like to relate with people, meet people, talk to people about anything. I want to keep exploring psychedelics and keep doing the inner work, explore the parts of myself that I have disowned, which psychedelics are really good at, but they don't do the whole job at all. You have to integrate, and there's also some things that the psychedelics won't reveal, that are maybe revealed in relationships, for example. Okay, you don't have girlfriends during psychedelic trips. You don't have a family during the trip. You just see that everything's your family, right? Although you can see some things that you can bring, many deep, important things that you can bring into your quest of raising a family, for example, or your relationships with your family members and your friends. You have to also live life, right, in a conscious way, with integrity, with presence. And I want to share that. And why not make videos on the street, have conversations with people, open in front of camera. Why not do some hidden camera also for fun, to wake up people out of the matrix, kind of confuse surprise people. That's fun. There's a lot of things I want to do. Those are some of them. Eventually, maybe sketch comedy, but I'll keep it. That gets a little overwhelming to me because I think it's a lot of work with camera setup and writing and organizing logistics, filmer, crew, actors. So I'll just for now. I just want truth to penetrate the world, penetrate our minds. Not just philosophically, but anything. Just if I just want to talk about cats or dogs or football or martial arts or Joe Rogan or psychedelics or awakening or politics or gym, or girls, then I'll do that. Whatever is the most authentic. So I want to follow that. And right now, the most authentic thing I feel I can do is to, to post content, and post truth that is also helpful, help people, and also make an income doing that. Help people 10 times more than I'm charging, and then go to and then start traveling. Definitely, yeah. I've been amazingly grateful for being here at my house, at my mother's house. I've been here for a long time now, ever since I actually came back from the US 9 years ago. It's a long time. That's how long I have had my base here. I've also traveled a good amount, not that much the recent few years. But in the meantime, I've had a job a couple days a week, and been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and been doing theater, amateur theater. I'm doing what is it called? I am playing a main character in a play here. That's going to be interesting this summer. So yeah, I've been doing some things, gone back into the world, relating more with most humans after kind of living like a modern monk. There's more and more engagement in reality with humans, with people. So now I look forward to produce more, to show up more, and do more groundbreaking things. Truth, whatever that is. It's not like I'm coming with a new conspiracy theory. Maybe there will be some, but not that I believe in most theories that usually are called conspiracy theories. I'm not really speculating that much, because the truth is beyond a lot of the talk and a lot of the thinking that we're doing. We're creating stories and believing them and affirming them and reinforcing them. Okay, the world is so so and so, and then the world becomes so and so, whatever it is. If it's beautiful, if it's bad, evil, you're going to see that we get addicted to our beliefs. Addicted. So yeah, this is a vision coming forth now, and some funny ideas I have to produce in US is to go on a podcast van, have a van, and put a podcast studio in the van, and drive around and meet people, and or not have a van if I can afford living in apartments. Then I will do that, and maybe I can walk with people that I meet. It could be old friends from the YouTube glory days. You know, if you remember my friends back then, Luke. Maybe I'll even talk to Brian, who I haven't stayed in touch with in a long time, many years. We had some exchange a few years ago, but yeah. Andrew Hales. Uh, enjoyed. I've enjoyed a lot of times with that guy. We had. He's a funny guy. Um, Big Doss. Yeah, many people who you may not have heard of or not or don't remember. Um, Maybe Danny Duncan is up for some chat. So maybe it's possible to meet people. Yeah, maybe I've had an idea of interviewing old famous people or people who I remember, who I was a fan of, who don't really do much anymore, who are not as famous anymore or aren't as much in the public spotlight. If they have, because maybe they have, maybe it's easier also to talk to them. At least now, as I'm building up the platform again. Of course, I can also always wave with those 214,000 subscribers, but yeah, and some people, actually, a lot of people buy that. Although, they, well, even if they see that it just get 200,000, I mean 200 views or 500 views, they still want to. Just from the mere fact of being on a big or channel with a lot of subscribers, and some people just don't know that. Really, just 200 views. I thought I was gonna become a star now. But hopefully, I believe if I keep working, meeting people, it'll capture more. It'll bring on more traction and credibility again, and people jump on the call. Yeah, that's my new quest, I think. And also talk, share, work with people, speak, maybe do some stand-up comedy or do a lot of it. I don't know if I'm gonna be hooked on it, but I think it's fun to. It's a very interesting art. Very interesting art. But just share, speak, public speaking, share about becoming authentic, overcoming social fears, and tell funny stories about ways I tried to make people like me, and how socially anxious I was, awkward situations I've been in, and things I'm fearful of, and traumas that I've had, and in a funny, humorous way. I'll share that. I want to entertain and inspire. Yeah. Yeah. I've covered most of it there. that's what I want to do. I'm just putting it out there, start talking about it, and let's see what comes out of it. Thanks for watching.